everybody, this is Pam at The Paper Outpost, and I'm very happy to present to you September's selection of Digikits. There are 5 kits, and each kit has 5 pages full of images, and somebody wants to say a quick hello. Hello? You want to say hello, Sonny? Say hello. Hello, everybody. I just want to say Mom worked really hard on these. We hope you like them. Thanks very much. Oh, back to bed. Bye. Okay. All right. So these are our Vintage Digikits for the month of September 2021. And what I'd love to do with you guys, if you're interested, is I'm going to show you what's in the kits, and then I'm going to show you examples in a journal that I'm currently working on that are very simple, basic examples that anybody can easily make. And I hope to design these so they are easy and fun for you to use. And then at the very end, I'm going to show you how to do a very a very quick and simple way to make flips in your journals. And it's so much fun, and it's such an easy way to do it. And I just really wanted to share that with you. So here we go. All right. So first of all, the first one is called the pink theme. Yes, hello to the pink theme. If you are doing a junk journal and it is themed in pink, or you want to have some pink accents, as we often do, these are some beautiful images from all sorts of different styles, but they're just gorgeous, and they really can lend a lot to a pink or pink themed or pink accented journal. So you can use these in so many different ways. I'll just give you a quick view of at least 4 of these pages. One of the pages I have gone ahead and used in the kit in my journal, so you'll get to see the final images there in the examples. So I hope you're having a lot of fun today, crafting and diving into your papers and finding the peace and the fantasy in your papers. That is the pink theme. All right, the next kit is called Nurses Save Lives. Yes, isn't that true? I really wanted to honor nurses today because they certainly are doing an amazing job. They're out there, they're very heroic, and they're doing amazing things. So I thought by making a Digikit based on historic nurse images and imagery, it might bring to life what life was like back then, which I find amazing that they're all dressed in white out in the field, literally out in the field, and doing things that, you know, they had very difficult lives, very difficult things to deal with. And they are absolute heroes in my book. So there you go. All right, now we have this. Just some more beautiful images of nurses. Here's some nurses probably graduating, helping, and you know, very brave women, very, very brave women. And today, women and men. And so it's definitely a wonderful thing. So thank you very much to all the courageous people on the front lines out there in the healthcare world doing what you're doing. You're all simply outstanding people. So I love that one. She's just riding down the road. It's a long road, but I'll get there. I'll get there to you, and I will help. Yep. There you go. So nurses save lives. If you know anybody who's a nurse, or maybe somebody who's studying to be a nurse, or anybody related to in the medical field, these images can really add nice accents to your junk journal. I also have one called Medicine Tinctures and Potions or Cures. And those are pretty vintage images, Victorian images of, they call it medical quackery medicine tinctures and things like that. So there's some very fun images there, well, if you want to explore more medical images. And next one up is called Flutterbyes. Yes, you know, there's just something so beautiful about the winged creatures. And let me just zoom in on these a little bit. And just so you know, I'm offering a new service right now that I've had a lot of people ask for, a print and mail service with the digital kit. So I now offer that service. If you're interested in that, there's a section on my Etsy page that's called Printed and Mailed and Digikits, and you just go ahead and click on that and it explains everything. It's a very easy process. Either you can pick out the 10, there's 10 Digikits included that are printed out and mailed to you. You can either give me the names, or I can pick them out for you if you just want to make it super easy and just say, just pick out some good ones, send them my way. A lot of people are actually asking for that option, so I decided to make that a reality too. So there you go. So this is 5 beautiful pages of Flutterbyes. Yes. Who doesn't love a good Flutterby, right? And the next topic, baking and cooking. Yes, if you know a chef in your life, or somebody who loves to cook at home, or maybe mom or your sister or your cousin or your uncle or your brother, somebody who's really into cooking, these might be some fun images if you're going to make a junk journal for them, a cooking style junk journal, or you just want some vintage Americana pictures. This is another way to add that spice to your life. Just fun things all related to baking and cooking. It's brand new. That's right. My stove is brand new. When brand new actually meant it was the brand name brand new. And there you go. And just some really cool vintage. You might even remember some of these. They're just awesome. And here's the last one. And then we're going to jump on over and take a look at some very easy examples on how to use these. Anybody can do it. They're fun. And I try and make these easy for you to cut out, so you can just like cut across and just make things very quickly, minimize fussy cutting, and just get right down to the having fun of it all. All right. Okay, so this is currently a journal that I'm working on. Let me just back it up here a little bit. And there we go. And I did start by putting some things in here from these actual Digikits. So let's take a look. Let's see what we have. The first thing we come across is a pouch created from the Flutterby, say that 10 times fast, the Flutterby collection. And I just stuffed it with some amazing things in here. And what did I put in here? Here's an old stereoscopic picture. This is a real one from the Eagle clock. Way back when. Maybe somebody has seen that, but if you don't have the old images, the old pieces yourself, I do have a Vintage Digikit of stereoscopic images. So if you're looking for something like that, they are really beautiful and very cool. And what else I put in here? Yeast foam recipes. That's right. You have not lived a full day until you've had your yeast foam meal. So this is a nice little collection, and this is an actual piece from olden days. And what else do we find in here? Here's just, this is a picture from the beaches. And I just wanted to leave it that way on a piece of cardstock so that somebody could create something with it if they so choose, or put it somewhere else in the journal. And I just put a piece of antique ledger in here just for fun, some extra writing. So you can put anything in here. If you don't have old stuff, you can create your own. Or if you're interested in the actual old stuff, I do sell FUNDLEs on my Etsy page, which are collections of 100 pieces of very interesting antique, vintage, and creative specialty papers that you can use to make your junk journals in. So this is from Flutterbyes, the Digikit. But don't get me wrong, you don't need any fancy stuff to make junk journals. This is just extra icing on the cake. Yes, you can actually make things your own. You can make your own drawings. You can cut pictures out of magazines. You can rubber stamp images. There's a lot that you can do. Okay. Fun is for everybody. I want to make sure that's well known and clear. It's available for everybody. Okay, so this is a picture from the pink themed Digikit, and this I just made into an easy little flip. This is also from the pink theme, and used some pink avocado dyed paper here. And I think what I'm going to do is show you how I got the more intense color on the pink avocado dyed paper. I've let that out as a tip, but I'm also going to amplify the experience of actually seeing it happen before your eyes by showing you the process. So that will be coming. I just used a little piece of torn paper in here because I thought the neutrality of this blended with the busyness of that. So we have a little juxtacomposition there. And here we have the nurses, the heroic nurses, and I made a little red cross out of rickrack, and then used some gauze, gauze, red cross, nurse-related things, medical-related things. This flips up. There's a collage on top here. This has some old newspaper and some index paper and some old coins, a stamp, and this is some old ledger paper. Yeah, very easy to make. And I will show you how to make some particular kind of flip that I think you're gonna say, oh, that's so easy. I could totally do that. Okay, this is the staggered pockets, and what I did was I just put some things in the pockets here. So very easy to make the pockets. I just used a little circle punch to punch a thumb hole out of that. I think this is probably a 1/2-inch circle punch, and this is just a little neat thing from, remember Knox gelatin? Do you remember that? This was one of the things that was tucked inside of their packaging, condensed milk pudding and orange jelly recipes. So very neat little fun things to tuck in here into the baking pockets. And this is a little girl that is baking, and maybe that's an early version of an Easy Bake Oven. Did anybody have the Easy Bake Oven where you cooked a cake with, or you baked a cake with a light bulb? you know. And then what I did was I got so excited about my light bulb cake that I decided one morning when my mother was still asleep to go use the real oven. Ooh, not a good idea. And I mixed up my cake batter in the plastic bowl, and then I put the whole plastic bowl and the cake batter in the oven, and I turned it on, and I just sat there and I watched it until it ignited. Yes, and all of a sudden there was all this blue plastic melting down, and everything was on fire in the oven, and I had to run to Mom. Mom, help, help, help. I set the oven on fire. She goes, oh, no, you didn't. Go back to sleep. I'm like, no, I really did. So she kept up. She wasn't mad, but all I can tell you is that our house smelled like plastic for weeks after that. It was probably not good for us. But I came across this. This was kind of cool. This is like recipes for health for all, and I thought that was a good combination between the nurses and the cooking. So I thought that would be fun to cook in to cook in here, to tuck in there. And this is a prayer card from days gone by, just so you can tuck all sorts of interesting things in here. You just never know what you come across, you know? A lot of fun. And so let's flip. Okay, so this, let me just back you up a little bit, is she is from the pink themed Digikit, and I made a side flip here, just a little extra writing space. I had some extra craft paper and some piano paper and some extra material, and put a little button and a ribbon and some rubber stamping, and there you go. Very fun. And let's see, what else did we do? We did, oh, 2 little side pockets, and these are fun. You can easily turn these into little side pockets any day of the week, and they're just adorable. And I put in here some Victorian calling cards, and these are the real ones, but if you don't have the real ones, I do have a Digikit called Victorian calling cards, and they also make not only little fun things to tuck into pockets, but they actually make little cute pockets themselves. So if you could picture those on a page, you could print them out and cut them out and just glue a U, and you've got an adorable pocket. So they are multi-use, and they're very cool, and a nice echo back in time from vintage days. Here I put this is a beach picture, and I made a little page tab out of it here. I thought it looked nice against the piano. And I just colored the back a little bit. The back was white, so I just put some the ink dauber on the back of it and colored it. And here is a butterfly, and this butterfly is actually the other half of that other butterfly. Whoops, let me just tuck that back in there because that's coming. And it is secured by a very vintage paper clip that has that I had a little piece of this material, so I decided to make it a running theme through the journal, and I used it in several places. So that's kind of a continuity thing going on there. And this opens up. This actually is a removable, so if you have a beautiful picture but it's maybe too big for your journal, you can always fold it in half and do what I call is a wraparound. It's a beautiful way to keep a piece of paper intact but still use it in your journal. So here I just made a little pocket, and this is from the pink theme. And I just used some scraps of paper and just put a butterfly sticker. You could write across all of that. So there you go. That's a little wraparound butterfly. Very easy to make. Anybody can do that. I just drew on some raindrops just for fun. Just goofing around. Yep, playing in the craft room. You caught me. I was playing in the craft room. Okay, and here, this is from the beach scene, or Beachside Escape, and I turned it into a pocket back here. So it's actually sticking out beyond the paper, and it has a little pocket right here, and because I only glued it in this U shape. And then here I made a page tab out of one of the beach scenes, and I just put that continuous fabric that I'm using up in here. Now on this side, I took a paper clip and I did the curlies on it, which was a lot of fun. If I haven't showed that to you, I'll show that to you. It's very easy to do. And this opens up, and here is another picture. I turned this into a pretty journaling card, which I sewed around beach theme, and I just made some writing space on the back. And I like the look of hand-drawn lines for some reason. I don't know, I just think it's nostalgic, and just did a little collage here. And she goes in there with this pretty little paper clip. Very easy to do. And then on this side, well, we also have something fun here. Another one of these cute little paper clips. Very fun to make. And I took an embossed envelope that I made, and this is from the baking and cooking. This is, you can dream about your chocolate. Well, let me come to you. Okay. The chocolate worm cakes. Yes, nothing better than chocolate worm cakes. If you haven't had your chocolate worm cakes, you're missing out. Does anybody know what a chocolate worm cake is? I don't know. It just sounds interesting. But I stuffed here. You might need to go to the drugstore after you've had your chocolate worm cake. So I put in some, these are old apothecary labels. These are the real ones, but if you don't have these, I do have a Vintage Digikit which has apothecary labels on it. You can just print them out, cut them out, and use them as you will. This is an old British, I believe this is British. I'm not sure actually. Don't quote me on that. No, it's probably not, because it's a different language. It's from somewhere else. Vlagen van alla. It might be Swedish. It could be Swedish. Yes, I'm not 100% sure. Anybody know? Yeah, okay. You guys will let me know. You guys are so good at that. So I made a pocket on the front of this little envelope that I embossed. And that was very easy to do. It just adds a layer up. And then I put some fun things in the envelope. Like, I thought this was cool. Soda in the sick room. Yes, this was put out by Arm & Hammer. And if you open it up, it has tips and tricks on how to use baking soda when you are sick. And I thought that was kind of neat with the nurse theme, the medical theme in here. And so just some fun things, a vocabulary card and a little bit more antique journal to write on. So you can get that old world feel going. And in here I thought, well, by the time you eat your worm cakes, you're going to need some help. You know what I mean? So it's probably a good idea to put that close to wherever you are with your worm cakes. It just sounds so lovely, doesn't it? Yeah, I know. Okay, so what else we have next? We have going along here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm too close. I'll back up. And, because I make things and I move on, and so I glue everything together accidentally. This is a double belly band. So it has, here's the thing in the front. It's just some pink avocado dyed paper with the word Journey stamped on it. Very nice and neutral, because this is very busy. So I wanted to kind of put something a little bit plainer in there just to neutralize it a little bit. And then in the back, whoops, know your onions. That's right. You need to know your onions. And this will tell you everything you didn't know about your onions. Onions, the magic touch. Actually, I'm a big fan of onions, so I thought that was very valuable information that everybody should have. So you can do easily a double tuck with 3 pictures in a row. So that's just one, and then there's the other one, just for fun. I'm using some scrapbook paper and a picture of the gorgeous nurses. Yes, thank you very much. All right, so here we did a alternating, like a kitty corner, upper and lower corner tucks. And in here, I just thought this would be fun to, this is a coupon, a very old coupon from days gone by. 7 Octagon soap products for 35 cents. That's right, 1927. So that's kind of cool. I mean, it's amazing that this paper is still around. And I just put some torn paper in here. I don't know, I just thought somebody might like to play with that. I just love this pretty pink. I put a sticker here and these beautiful, this is from Excelsior Cracker Works. That's right. They used to do those beautiful Victorian trade cards. And this is from, I believe it is, I want to say, oh, it's a baker. It's a baker's card. Wheeled Baker, I believe. I can't see that very well. I don't have my glasses on at the moment. Branch Stores. So that was his advertising. That's the way they used to do it back then in the Victorian times, which was so neat. So very neat. So you are never limited to what you can tuck in your little tuckable areas. It can be official things. It can be handmade things. It can be old ephemera, it can be handmade ephemera, it can be aged papers, it can be your own drawings. You're never limited. So on this side, I just decided to do a neutral contrast. This side was a little busier, so I went more neutral here. And I just built a little side tuck here out of a couple pieces of paper. And this is the Beachside Escape. And I don't know what they were doing there. I wonder if they were, I don't know, like a whole line of people out in the water. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know, maybe saving somebody, maybe gathering something, maybe trying to make a line, see if they go all across the channel. I don't know. But I put some, this is handmade paper, not handmade by me, but this is handmade paper, and I just thought there was a nice textural contrast against the grid paper behind it. And then the beautiful picture of people exploring things. I don't know what they're doing. I'd love to know. Anybody know? Please let me know. Here's another picture. Actually, this is a little removable, and I made it on the back and the front. It has a nurse. This is it looks like a Asian, Polynesian, possibly. I'm not quite sure, but somewhere over there. And I'm not sure where this person is. It probably European, I would guess, somewhere. But very old and vintage. And then I just put a piece of ledger paper in here. And it's just a little extra extendable notepad that's easy to do. And I just put some old vintage stationery in here, put a little rubber stamp on it, and tucked it into this page. This page actually extended out, and I didn't want to lose the beauty of the page, so I just folded it over and made this very simple little tuck on the inside. So you don't always have to cut off all the pages. Sometimes you can use them to your advantage and make an extra element in your junk journals by just folding the page over. And here, oh, okay, this is one I wanted to show you, and these are so easy to make. These are all flips. See, these are all flips, and these are all made from the baking and cooking kit. Flip, 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 flippity, flip, flip. So easy to make, and let me show you how we made those. I can just give you the, oh, I have to remember I can come down to you. Okay, so this is what they look like. They're just small ones, and they're small, and you can make these from any size, but I'll show you how I did it. Okay, so let's go back to regular size. Okay, here we are. Oh, yep, there's my belly. Okay, there we go. So let's make something like that. Maybe we'll make it here up in the front somewhere. Let's say here's a good page. All right, and I'm just going to grab a kit, and I'm going to say, oh, I want to do some flips. How can I do some flips? That would be easy. Okay, so let me just look for some images. Oh, and I know there was some on the pink one I wanted to use and show you that one. So, not that page. It was, I think it was this page. Yeah, there's a couple on there that are long and lean, and I thought that might be fun. Yeah, let's use a couple of those. Okay, so what I did was I cut out the images, and you can cut these out on your guillotine or cut these out by hand. They're pretty easy to cut. Okay. Okay, cutting, getting my images. Getting organized. Yeah, just fun. I said something about the sound of cutting paper. It's just awesome. I probably don't have that great ASMR sound because I think you need special microphones for that. But here, I'll do it for you. Yep, that's what it sounds like, and it's just awesome. Okay, so I think I'm going to do 4 of these, and I'm going to take this image and this image. So let's just cut those out. I'll trim it up when I get it out. Okay. There we go. Got those babies. And now you can print these out on copy paper or cardstock, whatever you like. If you do the printed and mailed service that I now offer, it's going to come on a light white cardstock, which is a high quality cardstock, and it's user friendly for a lot of different purposes. That's actually why I chose that. And what you're seeing in front of you now is that actual light white cardstock. So there you go. I think it's 90 pound, I want to say. Not 100% sure, but there we go. Okay, so we have these. So now what I did was I took a piece of this is probably, okay, there we go. No, it's probably like nice writing paper, but you can use regular copy paper for this too. But the easy way to do this is you just take it, just take a piece of copy paper, fold it in half, okay? And then you take your images, and you may want to ink. It's totally up to you. I'm going to do a little inking because I want to show you how I actually did it. And I'm going to take my images. Am I too far away? Maybe, huh? Let me go a little closer. Yeah, here we are, all close and personal now. All right, I've got my images. What was that, Sunny? Did you move? Did you do something? I'm using walnut stain distress ink, if anybody's curious, and a dauber and ink. And I'm just going to ink these up fast. It's just going to help with the contrast, make it pop off the white page, which I think is going to be pretty. Okay. And, browns and blacks and pinks and greens and purples and other colors are wonderful ink colors to help distress your paper to make it look a little bit more authentically old and authentically aged. And it might not be authentic, but it could look authentically aged. by these fancy little techniques, which are so easy to do. Okay. Okay, so here's the trick, and it's pretty easy. Okay, so all you do is you take these. Now you folded it in half, and you have the fold at the top. Okay, so your fold is at the top. And then you just come along, and you glue this. You can use any glue, glue stick, doesn't matter. I'm just using Fabrifix because it's fast. And I'm just going to maybe just give it a little bit of a border. Okay, and I'm going to come along with the next one. And I'm going to do this. Do-do-do. I could change the song. Do 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 do. I don't know what that was. Nobody's ever heard that song before. Okay. Just give yourself enough room between them because you're going to cut between them. And this is just a really fun and easy way to decorate a single page in a junk journal. And I think it just looks awesome. It takes it up a level. It's interactive. And it's just a whole lot of plain fun to make because it doesn't take long. It's very easy. You could, if you don't have Digikits, you could use gift wrapping, stuff like that. Just cut up some pieces and glue them down onto either cardstock or some white copy paper, and you are off and running. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut off the bottom here. I'm trying to do it so I don't have to leave the, I'll just use this. Okay, normally I would cut this with my guillotine, but since I'm here with you guys hanging out, whoop. Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to be a little longer. All right. Get the bulk of this off. And then you just want to come along here and cut them separate from each other. And you can use scissors. You don't have to, I'm retracting. You can use scissors. You don't have to use craft mat. This is actually pretty easy to cut with scissors. Just come along and do that. That guy, maybe this one you want to, and if you want them a little shorter so they're equal all the way around, that's fine. Just go ahead and do that. You don't have to do that. It's because it's all gonna look grand. Okay, that one's okay, that one's okay. Okay, so we have 4 of these. And how fast does that come together, right? So let's go ahead and we're just gonna glue these down. That's pretty much all there is to it. If you have a darker background like this coffee dyed paper, you don't really need to create more contrast. You can if you want with the inking, or just let the white and the coffee dyeing be the contrast itself. So that's going to be there. And you can do them sideways. They don't all have to be. I don't know if these are all going to fit. Let's see. Maybe we'll do 3 of them. Okay. And let's just glue the back of this guy. So this is just a fun little tip on ways you can use these little guys. Or any pictures, really. Any pictures can do this. All right. And then you've got a very explorative, hands-on, what's under this little thing page that you can do things with. And if you want to, you can take a, let's take bird feet. I don't know, I always like a good bird foot. And you can take any color ink. I'm going to use the walnut stain again, and maybe you just want to use some bird feet in here for no particular reason. I'm just using bird feet. You could use whatever you like. You could put a word, anything like that. But there it goes. You've got this very interactive page. And then that'll be a lot of fun for somebody to come along and find in your journal. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you find value here. Please like, subscribe, and share. And check out my new September 2021 Vintage Digikits available right now in my Etsy shop. And you can either print them out and download them, or download them and print them out on your own. Or if you want, I can print and mail them to you. So you pick. Lots of fun to be had for everybody concerned. I want you guys having maximum fun. And anything you want to say at the very end here, Sunshine, since you're right here? And come here, Sonny. All right, there's my hubby calling me because that means it's lunchtime. Yep, it's lunchtime. Did somebody say lunchtime? Oh, lunchtime. Let's go get some lunch, okay? All right. Okay, everybody. You go have some fun. Remember that I have a free monthly emailed newsletter where you get a free digital image emailed to you monthly, along with checklist of supplies, note from the bookmaker, and a whole bunch of other fun things. I have my Etsy shop where you can find FUNDLEs, which are collections of 100 pieces of antique, vintage, and unique papers for junk journal making, which I mail to you, or my Digikits, which are printable downloads, or my print and mail service, which now I print these out and mail them to you if you so wish. And my podcasts come out Tuesdays and Thursdays. My videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. I have an Amazon shop if you're looking for favorite tools and supplies. Feel free to check it out. I try and put everything in there that I can think of that I use in my videos to make it easy for you to find stuff. You can find me on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Doing my best to learn Instagram, trying to learn that a little bit more. So you may see some stories or some just different things every once in a while. All my links are located in the drop-down description box below all my videos. And click the notification bell if you want to be notified of new videos. And remember that fun can be simple. And create with reckless abandon, everybody. Go have some fun. Take care. Bye-bye.